What I wanted to speak about this morning was, we've often heard that saying, it's never the destination, but it's in the journey. And we're all on a journey. All of us, from the day and hour that you take form. Your journey and your final destination is when you leave the body form. But the spirit and the energy still goes on. So we say that, it's always in the journey and never the destination. But it's what we wish to take place on the journey. And there's a lot of things that happen in life that we can sit and reflect on. The destination addiction. Like your children used to say in the back of the car, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because we still do it as adults. Is it coming yet? Is it there yet? In this big panic for the addiction to the destination. But when you're addicted to the destination will not arrive. You'll always be waiting and waiting and waiting. So what is it that you ask or affirm to yourself? So I always ask, I say, you know what? Life is full of adventure. It's full of excitement. It's full of new discoveries. But we must be the change that we wish to see in our lives. We can't just sit back and think, okay, I'll just sit here. I'll read a book. I'll do an affirmation, but take no action on anything. And I think if we choose to try something new, to do something different, that's with the adventure, that's with the excitement. And that's what many people are wishing for in life. It's dull, it's boring, it's the same thing day in, day out. It's like Groundhog Day. And you can easily create adventure, but it must come from within. It must come from within us. And then it shows up for us. And life never, ever ceases to amaze me. And everywhere we travel, and I say the blessings of what COVID brought, the blessings. And that's all I see it as. Declan Coyle says, never waste a good pandemic. That what we get to experience, or we can sit and grumble and mumble about what we can't do and what, we have so much freedom. But it's within you. That's what the freedom is. It's within you. We can make up a list of excuses. And I have heard a lot of them this week. And it's not to judge anyone, because this is the pattern that everybody falls in. Why I can't do something. Why I can't be somewhere because of this. Because this is that. We are born, and your final destination is that last breath. Is that last step. Is that last conversation. And not one of us knows when that is going to be. So while we're here, why not enjoy the journey, rather than having so many reasons as to why not do it. Why not do it? We're just so afraid. Fear keeps us stuck every time. It always does. We're afraid that I'm too old to do something. It's not the right time. I don't have the money. To see that everything is energy, that life shows up as you. Everything in your reality that is facing you at this present moment is a manifestation from our past thoughts, past actions, past words. And so therefore it shows up. And many a person, as I find out during the week, discussing or talking with many people, we had bumpy roads. We had rumbly roads to get to where we're getting. But it's in hindsight and looking back. And rather than looking back and think, oh, if I had knew then what I know now. But you weren't meant to know then. If you're discontent, if you're thinking, it's everything. It's relationships, it's your job, it's everything. You will make every excuse under the sun is why life cannot be different for you. It's all right for them. They can do it because blah, blah, blah. And yes, in certain times in our life, when we have young children, life's different then. When the children leave home, life's different then. When you reach retirement, life's different then. So life changes. But does our thoughts, our beliefs, do they change? Are we still stuck back at the young girl or the young boy that your ma or dad said you can't do that? That the teacher said you don't have enough qualifications to do that? Are we still stuck there? Life can be anything that you want it to be, because you are the life. You are the life. And life will show up as you. You want change, you have to be it. And people will say, that I'm so far through that I'm exhausted, I'm tired, nothing's going right. But unless you decide to make that one change, rather than being addicted to the destination, rather than having to get there like that. We just want to be there instantaneously. Because if you get there just like that, what will you learn? What will you learn about yourself? What will you learn about life? What will we see if we were to get there straight away? But that's one thing I always bear in mind every day, that I do not know. And I said this last week, I really don't know when my last breath's going to be. So I want to squeeze every drop that life has to offer. And again, this is only scratching the surface. Everything we're doing is scratching the surface. Can you see the vastness of this earth, of life? But yet now we settle for this, for that, a mere morsel. But do you believe that you're good enough and deserving and worthy enough? And yes, you are. But you need to believe that, and you need to make the changes.